In April 2025, a series of unusual events took place in Russia involving unidentified flying objects and military responses. On April 10th, a mysterious object was spotted flying over Moscow. It was described as a UFO helicopter, featuring a red center with a rotating white outer shell. Russian air defenses responded by firing at the object, but reports suggest they were unable to bring it down. Some have speculated that the object could have been a Ukrainian RZ-500 drone, though the range of this drone would make it unlikely to reach Moscow. Meanwhile, some Ukrainian sources jokingly suggested that Russia might have mistakenly targeted one of its own helicopters during a time of heightened alert. But no aircraft were confirmed to be shot down, and there were no reports of damage. Earlier, on April 7, 2023, another UFO sighting occurred near Russia's Leningrad nuclear power plant in Sosnovy Bor. Military officials who investigated the event concluded that the object was not a drone or an airplane. They noted that it moved in a way that matched the speed of the wind and lacked any visible engines. However, the Leningrad Oblast deputy governor later denied the reports about the UFO, stating that they were not accurate. Now let's turn our attention to an interesting UFO story. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Nikola Tesla and Guglielmo Marconi came across something unusual while working on wireless communication. Tesla, who was focused on alternating current AC and wireless signals, claimed he received strange transmissions. He described them as rhythmic and mathematical, unlike anything naturally occurring or man-made on Earth at the time. He believed they could be coming from another planet, possibly Mars, as he was interested in the idea of life beyond Earth. Around the same time, Marconi, who developed the radio telegraph system, also picked up odd signals during his transatlantic radio tests. Like Tesla, he couldn't link them to any known source. These early reports from Tesla and Marconi are now sometimes seen as the first possible references to what's known as the Black Knight satellite, a mysterious object believed by some to be orbiting Earth with an unknown origin. In the mid-20th century, interest in this object grew through the work of Donald Keyhoe, a former Marine Corps naval aviator who became a well-known UFO researcher. He led the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena, NICAP, a group focused on collecting and analyzing reports of unidentified flying objects. Under Keyhoe's leadership, NICAP pushed for more transparency from the government.
The first thing we try to do is to take pictures of what we see so that we have photographic evidence.
And took a scientific approach to reviewing UFO cases, some of which were thought to be related to the Black Knight satellite. Their work helped bring more attention and credibility to reports involving unknown objects in Earth's orbit. Another important figure in the story was Lincoln Lopez, an astronomer and meteor expert from the University of New Mexico. Lopez worked with the U.S. government on tracking unidentified objects in the sky. While he wasn't directly connected to the Black Knight satellite, his research into unidentified aerial objects helped shape how these events were studied and taken seriously. His involvement added scientific weight to the broader discussion about strange objects in Earth's atmosphere. Together, the early signal reports by Tesla and Marconi, the research efforts of Keyhoe and NICAP, and the scientific studies by Lopez helped form the early narrative surrounding the Black Knight satellite. These events, although separate, are often tied together in discussions about a possible unexplained object orbiting Earth. The story shifted further when the term unknown orbiting object began to appear in conversations among scientists and the public. It referred to a mysterious object detected in Earth's orbit that didn't match any known satellite. What made it stand out was its retrograde orbit, meaning it moved in the opposite direction of Earth's rotation. At that time, no known human technology could place an object in such an orbit, which raised questions about where it came from and how it got there. Public awareness of the Black Knight satellite grew significantly on February 10, 1960, when John Finney, a reporter for the New York Times, published an article stating that the U.S. military had detected an unidentified object orbiting Earth. This report was one of the first times a credible source publicly acknowledged the object's presence. Finney's article brought attention to the Black Knight, shifting it from a topic discussed in smaller circles to something people across the country started talking about. Even though the military didn't know what the object was, their acknowledgement made the story seem more believable. Jacques Vallée, a computer scientist, astronomer, and ufologist, became a key figure in studying the Black Knight satellite. He later inspired the French scientist character in Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Vallée tracked, photographed, and filmed the object and noted that it was in a polar orbit. At the time, the United States didn't have the technology to place a satellite in that kind of orbit, which allows coverage of nearly the entire Earth. Vallée's findings made people take the object more seriously and raised questions about how it got into that orbit in the first place. Another puzzling detail was the size of the object. Reports claimed it was too large to have been launched by the rockets available at the time. This led to speculation about its origin. If humans didn't put it in space, then who did? Some believed it could be a secret project, while others thought it might be connected to extraterrestrial activity. Its features seemed more advanced than what human technology was capable of back then. The mystery deepened when astronaut Gordon Cooper reported seeing a strange object while in space. Cooper was one of the original 7 astronauts in Project Mercury, and his credibility gave weight to the story. He said he saw a craft orbiting near him, which added a personal angle to the discussion about the Black Knight. It was no longer just a distant object, but something that may have interacted directly with a human being. As more people looked into the satellite and more information came out, it became harder to dismiss it as just space debris or a misunderstanding. Its strange orbit, size, and the accounts from respected scientists and astronauts made it seem like there was more to the story. Things took a turn in 1973 when Duncan Lunan, a Scottish author and astronomer, claimed he had decoded a message from the Black Knight satellite. Lunan became interested in the satellite and began analyzing data linked to it. He said he found a message hidden in the signal patterns coming from the object. According to him, the message included both a communication and a map, something never seen before in relation to space signals. He claimed it pointed to the star system Epsilon Bootis. This star system is in the constellation Bootis and is around 203 light-years from Earth. If true, this would suggest that the satellite came from an alien civilization. Lunan believed the message was a star map showing Epsilon Bootis and the intended path of the satellite. He also claimed the message mentioned that the object arrived around 11,000 BC. This date lines up with the end of the last ice age, and a time when early human civilizations were starting to form. If the satellite had really been in orbit for that long, it raised serious questions. Was it just watching us? Did it play any role in human development? No one had clear answers, but the theory got people talking. Then, in 1998, another event added to the mystery. During the Space Shuttle Endeavour's STS-88 mission, astronauts took photos that showed a strange black object in orbit. These pictures were taken on December 11th and appeared to show something that didn't match any known satellite. When the images became public, people connected them to the Black Knight satellite, and interest in the story surged again. The photos from the Endeavour mission were scrutinized and discussed by both the scientific community and the public. Critics claimed that the images might depict a thermal blanket or some other unremarkable piece of space debris. On the other hand, supporters of the Black Knight theory saw these photos as solid proof of the satellite's existence, reinforcing the claims made by London and others. The decoded message from the Black Knight satellite, as interpreted by Duncan Lawn, represented a fundamental shift in our understanding of the universe and humanity's place within it. If the message was both authentic and correctly interpreted, it would mean that Earth had been under the observation of an advanced extraterrestrial civilization for millennia. The implications of this discovery were immense. It called into question our knowledge of human history, our technological advancements, and even our perceptions of life beyond Earth. It also prompted further inquiry into the intentions of the civilization that sent the Black Knight. Was it simply observing, or did it play a more active role or have a specific message for humanity? The idea that we might not be alone in the universe and that our planet had been part of a cosmic dialogue for thousands of years was both exciting and intimidating. It opened up a new frontier of human understanding, one that connected science with the profound mysteries of existence. The decoding of the Black Knight's message by Duncan Lawn in 1973 marked a pivotal moment in the story of this enigmatic object. The interpretation of the message as a map from Epsilon Botus, its reference to an ancient arrival date, and the photographic evidence provided by the Space Shuttle Endeavour's images in 1998 all contributed to the growing legend surrounding the Black Knight. One fascinating theory about the Black Knight satellite is that it could be an artifact left by our ancient ancestors, perhaps a remnant of a lost, advanced civilization on Earth. This idea draws from myths and legends across various cultures that tell of ancient gods or beings possessing advanced knowledge and technology. The theory suggests that these gods were actually human ancestors who had reached a level of technological sophistication far beyond what we currently understand. Advocates of this theory believe that the Black Knight might be a piece of technology launched into space by this ancient civilization, possibly for purposes such as monitoring Earth or serving as a beacon for interstellar navigation. This artifact, having survived for thousands of years, might have been misunderstood by modern observers as an alien satellite. The theory is supported by references to celestial bodies and astronomical understanding found in ancient texts and structures, suggesting that these ancient civilizations had a more advanced grasp of the cosmos than we previously believed. NASA, however, has put forward a more conventional explanation for the Black Knight phenomenon. The space agency suggests that the object in question is likely a piece of space debris, specifically a thermal blanket lost during a space shuttle mission. This theory is backed by photographic evidence from various shuttle missions, where similar-looking objects were identified as spacecraft parts or insulation material that became detached. NASA maintains that, while unidentifiable objects are sometimes seen in space, most of these sightings can be explained rationally. In the case of the Black Knight, their analysis concludes that it is not an extraterrestrial satellite, but rather a human-made object that has been misinterpreted. Beyond the theories of an ancient artifact and NASA's explanation, there are other speculations surrounding the Black Knight satellite. Some propose that it is a monitoring device from extraterrestrials. A popular theory is that the Black Knight is a device placed in Earth's orbit by extraterrestrial beings. This device might be used to observe human civilization, study Earth's environment, or even serve as a communication relay. The exact purpose of the object remains speculative, but those who support this theory often point to its advanced orbit and longevity as evidence of its extraterrestrial origin. A top-secret military satellite? Some people think the Black Knight could be a secret military satellite, possibly from the United States or another country. This theory suggests it might be used for surveillance, signal intelligence, or other hidden operations. the lack of official information could explain why conspiracy theories have grown around it. A natural celestial object? Another theory is that the black night could be a natural object, like a small asteroid or a comet fragment that Earth's gravity captured. While this doesn't explain the reported signals or claims of a structured object, it remains a possible explanation for some of the sightings. A hoax or misinterpretation? Finally, it's possible that the black night is simply the result of a hoax, misinterpretation, or a series of unrelated events wrongly linked together. This view suggests the sightings, photos, and reports could be deliberate fabrications or just misidentifications of regular objects or phenomena. The black night continues to be one of the most debated mysteries in space observation and UFO research. The various theories about its origin range from plausible science to pure science fiction. Whether it's an ancient artifact, space debris, an alien monitoring device, a secret military satellite, a natural celestial object, or simply a misunderstanding, the black night still sparks the curiosity of people worldwide. The lack of conclusive evidence leaves room for speculation and further study. As technology and our understanding of space improve, we may eventually discover the truth behind this object. Uncovering whether it's just a small chapter in space exploration or a key piece of a much larger cosmic puzzle. The mystery of the Black Knight satellite stands as a crossroads of curiosity, skepticism, and humanity's constant drive to understand the unknown. This object, said to be orbiting Earth, has become a symbol of the many unexplained mysteries in space. It challenges our views on technology, history, and even the possibility of extraterrestrial life as we try to solve the mystery of the Black Knight. Researchers from around the world have suggested various studies and analyses. These efforts range from signal analysis to orbital tracking, and from reviewing historical records to advanced astronomical observations. Scientists and astronomers have used radio telescopes to try to capture and decode any signals from the object, hoping to find clues about its purpose or origin. Space agencies and independent organizations have tracked its orbit, trying to understand if its movements reveal anything about its function or intent. Historians and archaeologists have even examined ancient texts and artifacts, hoping to find a link to the Black Knight's supposed ancient origins. These studies, though often raising more questions than providing answers, are essential in keeping the scientific inquiry alive and ensuring that any claims are based on verifiable research and evidence. Global governments have different views on the Black Knight. Most official agencies, like NASA, say the sightings are just space debris or misidentified natural celestial objects. But the ongoing speculation has led some governments to consider investigating unexplained objects more seriously. Declassified documents from space and defense agencies have given some insight, but they tend to raise more questions than provide solid answers. The lack of concrete evidence or official confirmation has led to theories of cover-ups or secret space programs. This secrecy adds to the idea that the Black Knight might be more than just debris, keeping its mystery intact. The Black Knight opens up a range of theoretical implications. If it were proven to be extraterrestrial, it would confirm intelligent life beyond Earth and possibly suggest that these beings are monitoring our planet. This would drastically change our understanding of our place in the universe and how we approach space exploration and diplomacy. Alternatively, if the Black Knight were an ancient human artifact, it could rewrite history, showing that early civilizations were more advanced than we previously thought, possibly with lost knowledge or technology. On the other hand, if the Black Knight is just space debris or a misidentified natural object, it highlights the challenges in space observation and interpreting data. It also reminds us of the many unknowns still out there in space and the need for ongoing scientific investigation. The Black Knight has also made its way into popular culture, appearing in books, movies, and TV shows. These portrayals have both fueled public interest and shaped how people view the object. The line between science and fiction can often blur, influencing how the public understands and engages with the mystery of the Black Knight. Looking ahead, the mystery of the Black Knight satellite remains an open invitation for future research and exploration. Advances in space technology, like stronger telescopes, better satellite tracking, and deep space probes, may eventually give us more definitive answers. As interest in space exploration grows and private space companies get involved, the chances of solving the Black Knight mystery increase. Future missions and studies could finally reveal if the Black Knight is a remnant of an ancient past, a sign of extraterrestrial contact, or simply a misunderstood piece of modern space exploration. The Black Knight satellite remains one of the most captivating and enduring mysteries of space exploration, symbolizing humanity's pursuit of knowledge in the face of the unknown. Whether it turns out to be an alien artifact, a relic of a lost civilization, space debris, or something completely unexpected, the journey to uncover its secrets continues. In this search, we are reminded of the vastness of the universe and the endless possibilities for discovery. The Black Knight satellite, with all its mystery, represents a beacon in our collective quest to understand the cosmos and our place within it. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe to our channel for more content.